So, what do all these photographers and YouTubers have in common besides being on that list? Well, they all came together to work on a special project, and I was fortunate enough to be one of them. Start of December this year, I embarked on an epic journey. It started with an email and it turned into something I would have never ever expected, not even in my wildest dreams. And the best part is, I'm going to share this experience with you. Of course, it had to start with a bit of drama. Because of heavy snowfall, I couldn't go to the airport I was supposed to fly from, and I had to get a new flight on a very short notice. But that was not the whole story. Alright guys, take 3, hopefully this time without interruptions. So I'm at the airport here, and even though I'm sitting here in a t-shirt, it's freezing cold outside. It's proper winter and it's only the beginning of December, so it's pretty insane. However, I'm going somewhere where it's not as cold, and I'm going to work there on a special project for the next week. And I'm going to meet a friend there who will help me to film a bunch of videos, and also you will probably spot a handful of familiar faces, but more on that a little bit later on. So I'm going to hop on my flight now, so see you on the other side. As the weather conditions were less than ideal, the flight got delayed, but that also gave me a good view on the de-icing process that I hadn't experienced before. Also, my friend that was supposed to help me filming during the project had his flight cancelled just minutes before boarding. On top of that, my flight took a detour to a different location because of a medical emergency. Fingers crossed that the person made a quick recovery.
The next day.
Good morning guys, here from Malaga in Spain. It's now the next morning. Yesterday, that was an absolutely crazy day, and hopefully, fingers crossed, my friend will arrive helping me filming. Otherwise, it will get very interesting because I have so much stuff that I need to carry and filming at the same time. It's basically a bit of a problem. Alright, now we are going to the event, whatever it is, nobody really knows. There's basically people from all over the world. A lot of them are also on YouTube, so you will probably recognize at least 1 or 2. The event took place in a museum in Malaga, which was already lovely because of the cool classic cars they had on display. But that wasn't the reason we were coming here. You know guys, it's very strange when you can see your own name on the list here without having done anything yet, so no pressure. Oh, I think I've seen this guy.
It's weird to see.
It's very strange.
I don't know him at all.
Recognize this guy? So it's very strange. But it's pretty cool. It's pretty amazing. The place is very nice.
It's pretty easily made.
So what exactly was the event, you might think? Well, it basically was an introduction to the project Frames from Andalucia. And it was officially the only moment during the project where all the photographers you've seen on the list earlier were present in the same location. And on top of that, there was a press conference, a local politician made the introduction to the project, and it dawned on me that this was going to be pretty epic. So let me explain what we're actually doing here. So maybe let's come here. You see this? We're basically in the region here in Spain, and the idea is that we pretty much shoot videos and also take a lot of photos here to promote tourism, to promote photography in this region, because it's very beautiful, and I've heard about it before, but I've never been here, so for me it's my first time and I'm looking forward to shoot here. Alright, looks like the event is over now. We are now heading back to the hotel, and then, I don't know, I think we still have to do some interviews. So the shooting part will start tomorrow, but you will see a little bit later on when we actually start shooting. The interview setup seemed very sophisticated, and the image coming out of the ARRI camera was something else. but you'll see that camera in action in the next episode. So we have my new vlogging camera here. It's a Arri Alexa.
Yeah.
Okay, it's my new vlogging setup, most likely. So we're testing it out now. And some proper microphone here. Okay, are we ready to go or?
Almost.
Do we? Okay.
We're gonna give how do you call it, a radio.
So we have softbox here. There's one there. There's the Arri Alexa. There's sound, and there's like 5 people around here. So it's pretty cool stuff. After the interview, we also had a photo shoot, and I guess the photos will be in the book that is going to be published at some point. Yes, there will be a book coming with images taken by all the awesome photographers that were part of the project. And judging by the extremely professional environment we were in, I'm very certain that the book will be pretty sick. All right, everyone, we are now leaving. So he also arrived finally.
Yes, from Munich.
Yes, they have like had half a meter snow last night. It's pretty crazy. But now we're leaving. We're going to Cordoba, right? Cordoba, yes. Yeah. Here's our driver.
Hello.
So we're going to have a good time in Cordoba and shoot that exciting place. I've heard it's pretty good, so let's see. Right, see you in Cordoba.
The next day.
Good morning here from Cordoba. As you can see, it's raining, unfortunately. Since we had started very early in the morning, the old town was rather empty, and also the less than ideal weather wasn't helping either. So we were strolling around looking for potential photo opportunities. Unfortunately, the weather forecast wasn't really working that well, and it started raining again. I hope the sun comes out soon. It's a little too gloomy. While we were walking across the bridge, we spotted this nicely dressed gentleman that was smoking a pipe. It was clear that I had to photograph him, and our driver and translator Jorge convinced him very quickly. During the whole project, we had to get a model release from each subject we photographed, which made candid street photography a little bit more tricky, and I had to adapt my approach accordingly. Since the lighting was very flat, I wanted to use flash to make the subject stand out a bit more, and I think the results look lovely. A little later, we ended up in a beautiful park when I saw this adorable couple, and I knew I had to photograph them. The results looked great, and one of their friends gave me his email address, and I sent them the photos afterwards. Gracias. After that beautiful encounter in the park, we came across this artisan that, as we later found out, had been on a German TV documentary. He was so focused on his craft, and I started photographing him. First, I wanted to shoot from the outside, hoping to catch a nice reflection in the window. That was okay, but I thought, let's give it a try and shoot inside as well. I told Moritz to hold the flash outside, pointing inwards, and I was waiting for him to use the torch to spice up the image and make it a little bit more interesting. So I'm not sure if we can use a photo, but it's really funny because there's all these teenies. They are sitting there all on their phone, and all the parents or whatever, they are standing over here and eating. It's really funny because they just don't care. And also there's some pigeons, but I did not get the pigeons in the frame. But yeah, it's kind of funny. And there's all these beers lined up, so people seem to have a good time here, which is great. Because we also have a good time. Is that true?
Yes.
Now it was time to visit the cathedral, which is very unique, and just saying it is beautiful would be a massive understatement, but just see for yourself. So we are now inside here, the cathedral. It's the same. It's in the same area where we went this morning, and it's beautiful. It used to be a mosque. I don't know when it was built, but it's pretty old. So, and then when the Christians took over here, they pretty much built a church inside here, and that's what we are looking at right now, and it's pretty brilliant. So, and I think I want to take a photo of this with a flash, maybe a longer shutter speed, to get a little bit of motion blur. Should look really cool. Different angle. Yeah, this. Oh, yeah. So again, I was using a slower shutter speed, and the flash hair was just brilliant. So I think this looks pretty good. So my approach here is I try to be a little bit more creative and not just take the photos most tourists take, because I think it's pretty boring, and you can just look them up on Google. It's just trying something else, and that's pretty much part of it. Here I wanted to shoot through the glass to take a photo of the two women on the other side. I used the flash to give the image a more interesting look. Here you can see the difference with and without flash. Again, we had to get a model release, and thankfully they liked what we were doing and signed it for us. The light faded quickly, and since we had to drive for 2 hours to get to Granada, we called it a day. In the next episode, we finally have beautiful weather. We hit the streets for some more street photography, and I'm going to be part of a documentary. I don't want to spoil it, but it is going to be absolutely insane.